Jokes aside, I want to give a shout out because one of the things that made this show work was everybody felt that their job, rightfully so, is the most important. And whether it's Sam Lloyd playing Ted with my favorite a cappella band of all time, or Rob Macchio playing the Todd, or Aloma Wright playing Nurse Roberts, just the people we brought into this world, some of them are here. I want to thank them and thank you guys for liking them so much. So it meant a bit. No, Rob, it's over. Rob, it's over.
Rob, it's over.
It's over.
Rob.
Put it on!
Rob.
Put it on! Put it on!
No, hey,
You don't want to
it'll
see
happen.
I've seen it.
It'll happen.
I've seen it.
My
It'll
child
happen.
is
You know, when
here,
we moved
please.
from NBC to ABC, because it's Disney, we were no longer allowed to show Rob in his banana hammock.
Really?
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
If you notice the Bahamas,
when I was directing, I had to frame above his penis.
in the Bahamas episode, he comes out and flexes on the beach, and we had to blow up that shot because it showed the banana
It's
hammock.
a loss.
Rob's banana hammock is not Disney approved.
It's a loss for humanity, really.
It is.
Were there other changes that you had to between when you switched other things about the show? That
We
you-
didn't.
But a lot of people don't know this trivia is we only shot one thing ever that Bill had to throw out, if I'm not mistaken,
True.
and it was a medicinal marijuana.
This
thing.
is I'm not.
That many years ago, they were like, medicinal marijuana, get the hell out of here.
I don't want to make a dumb point, but this is how screwed up network television is.
Oh God.
All right.
Bill, there's people watching.
Donald Trump. No.
The lights go down.
Shh. They would not let us do a story about getting medicinal marijuana for somebody that was having trouble with chemo and cancer. And so, to make a point, I said, what if the patient that's dying is a virgin and they want to have sex for the first time, and Carla and Elliot want to go looking for a male prostitute for her, and they're like, oh, that's fine.
But no
You
pot.
can go. I mean, the kids on Disney can see us getting a prostitute. Just not medicinal marijuana.
That was the only thing you actually shot it, and you. Couldn't...
We shot a couple scenes.
The only thing I remember
No, there was one I want to say it was My Old Lady, where these two had a storyline. It was one where, now forgive me if I'm wrong, if I remember this thing correctly, but didn't you guys have a kid that didn't make it and it got cut out of the show? Am I wrong for that?
That
No.
was the medicinal marijuana.
Maybe I was smoking.
know. Did you write that?
Marijuana. But do you remember, because they were looking through a window, this is what I remember. And I remember we shot it, and then it turned into something completely, and it was happy and everything like that. But it was a dark turn at the end of an episode where these two are looking at a baby, the baby where she was like, I don't buy it, where she has the book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And they see the baby, and she's
By the way,
like,
this is what it's like for all of us trying to remember our own work.
Wait, so what was the story that didn't
No,
happen then?
I don't
he's
buy it
making
was
it up.
about something else. Like
You were like, I
John
miss
Easy
our
was
baby.
lying about something.
Yeah, but you said something in the window where you were like, I miss our baby.
Yes.
And he says, yeah, I know. And then the network.
Oh, you're right. We had the couple that you guys, when you were married, we said that your marriage dissolved at one point because you had a kid that didn't make it, and we took that out.
Wow. That's a downer.
Thank you very much.
Downer.
Inside scoop, y'all. Inside scoop.
That's a downer.
My most embarrassing moment
That's
actually
sad.
was something that almost got to, what happened was I've never gotten in trouble from Bill except for this one time, and it was something they
That's not
almost
true, but
it was something they
'Cause
almost
we could talk about
they
the
had,
tan.
they almost had to take out, but they fixed it. And Bill came up to me one day, he's like, okay, Jockey, so harder than any special effect we had to do in 8 years, harder than making Zach's head explode in a fantasy sequence, was making you look less like an Oompa Loompa, because what happened was
Somebody told Sarah that self-tanning is cool.
No, wait, when Scrubs had gotten nominated for an Emmy, everyone was super excited. I didn't have anything to wear. Everyone's like, you gotta hire a stylist. I'd never done that before. I did. She said, you need to be tanned. I said, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not going in the sun. She said, go to one of those booths. And it was like the episode of Friends where Ross ends up like a 9.
Oh my God.
And like, it's really complicated. I mean, there's this weird cream and there's a mask and there's all this stuff. And I had my dog with me, and anyways, I get to Scrubs, and the tan increases over time. So
You've never seen anything like
By the way,
it.
not to
No,
bring
no,
it, not
it
to bring
was
it back.
crazy.
She
It was
looked like Donald
crazy.
Trump. She was orange. She was like literally
Wow.
a Cheeto.
I did, and you were like, you're in the scene with Donald,
Yeah, I was.
and so we can't.
I remember being like,
adjust
did
it.
you get a haircut or something? There's something different about. Have your eyes always been that blue?
Thank you. It was so embarrassing.
And you were like, no.